Joe Rogan didn't hold back. On a recent podcast, he lit the match and dropped a bomb on Hollywood, naming names, real names, who could be going down with Diddy. The feds have raided Diddy's homes. The walls are closing in. And if Diddy flips? If Diddy starts talking? Rogan made it crystal clear. Some of the biggest stars in the world might be heading straight for a jail cell. Let's start with the shocker. Steve Harvey. Nobody expected this. But when Diddy's indictment broke, rumors swirled that Steve Harvey hopped on the first flight out of the country, disappeared, vanished. At the same time, he started wiping his social media clean, deleting old tweets about Diddy, including one from 2017 where he called him a brother doing good for the kids. That tweet aged horribly, but it gets worse. There's a photo. Lori Harvey, Steve's daughter, wearing white nail polish. Innocent, right? Not anymore. Because in Cassie's lawsuit, she claimed Diddy forced all the women at his parties to wear white nails to contrast with the bodies of his black ex-workers. It was a twisted requirement during his infamous freak-offs. That's the word now used to describe the violent, depraved parties Diddy allegedly orchestrated. And Steve Harvey? He allegedly encouraged Lori to date Diddy when she was just 22. They were all spotted together in Italy, smiling like one big happy family. But behind those smiles, what really went on? Joe Rogan said what everyone's thinking. If Diddy starts singing, we might learn exactly why Steve Harvey ran. Then there's Meek Mill. Meek hasn't said a word since Diddy's arrest. Radio silent. But the internet hasn't forgotten. That now infamous clip of Meek in a pool calling Diddy daddy, saying "I love you," isn't looking so funny anymore. "Hey, what's up, King? You doing it, man. You deserve it. Daddy, I love you." Back then, people laughed. Now, nobody's laughing. Meek has been hiding out in Africa, tweeting cryptic things, posting weird messages. At one point, he even offered $100,000 to anyone who could help him find out who's behind the rumors connecting him to Diddy. But that just raised more questions. Why is he panicking? Rumors are swirling that Meek's face showed up in some of the footage the feds recovered. If that's true, it's not just his career that's over, it's his freedom. Next up, Usher. Usher wiped his entire Twitter page clean. Why? Maybe it's nothing. Or maybe it's everything. Because back when Usher was just 13 years old, he was part of Diddy's flavor camp. That's what Diddy called it. And now, years later, people are coming forward saying Usher was hospitalized after spending time with Diddy. There's a disturbing story from an industry insider who said he heard from music execs in Harlem that Diddy sent a kid to the hospital, bleeding from the butt. At the time, the insider didn't even know the kid's name. But years later, he's convinced it was Usher. Then there's the clip with Kevin Hart. Kevin asked Diddy about his relationship with Usher, and Diddy casually mentioned they used to wake up in bed together. Everyone laughed. But that joke doesn't land the same today. If Usher got caught up in Diddy's freak-offs, he might want to start preparing for a legal nightmare. Jay-Z is next. This one runs deep. Diddy and Jay-Z have been tight for years. Business ventures, parties, private jets. But there's a dark rumor bubbling beneath the surface. Some say Diddy knows exactly what happened to Kathy White, Jay-Z's alleged mistress, who ended up dead after reportedly getting pregnant by him. People suspect Diddy's silence bought Jay-Z peace, but silence only works for so long. Jaguar Wright came forward in a bombshell interview, saying Jay-Z is just as bad as Diddy and that he's one of the most dangerous people in the business. She even said she never took a photo with Jay because you don't take a photo with the devil. Her words. And then there's that baby oil moment. When Diddy sang Happy Birthday to French Montana, both of them drenched in baby oil, people laughed. But now that the feds found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Diddy's house, that footage feels a lot darker. Next up, LeBron James. He might be the most shocking name yet, America's golden boy. But he's been spotted at several Diddy parties where things were allegedly happening behind closed doors that would ruin careers and end lives. No one's saying LeBron was involved in anything criminal, but when you party with Diddy, you get questioned. And if Diddy flips, who he partied with, when, and why, it's all going to come out. Jennifer Lopez, Rick Ross, Beyoncé, the list keeps growing. J-Lo allegedly helped Diddy frame rapper Shine. Rick Ross allegedly tried to silence his ex, Tia Kemp, because she knew too much about what Diddy was doing. And Beyoncé? According to some, she's been keeping quiet about what she knows. As the pressure builds, even white celebrities aren't safe. Ashton Kutcher worked with Diddy on MTV and once said Diddy told him he was off limits for pranks. Strange, right? Rogan suggested maybe Diddy didn't want Ashton anywhere near his world because Ashton might have seen too much. Maybe he knew things he couldn't unsee. Then there's Ellen DeGeneres. In 2016, she called Diddy Cuddle MC Snuggle Stuff in a birthday post. Said no one needed to know why. But now, everyone wants to know. The nickname takes on a chilling new meaning in the context of what's been revealed. Even Justin Bieber's name has been tossed around. People have said for years that Bieber was one of Diddy's victims. Bieber himself recently opened up about the trauma of growing up in the industry. He said he didn't know if he'd survive, that he was surrounded by people who claimed to love him, only to turn their backs. Now some say Bieber is cooperating with the feds, trying to bring justice to the madness he endured. This goes deeper than anyone imagined. As one viewer put it, when Jay-Z, Beyoncé, J-Lo, Oprah, Usher, Kevin Hart, and the Kardashians have trial dates set, then we'll know justice is real. Joe Rogan's message is clear. Diddy's downfall could drag the entire industry down with him. And if he starts naming names, nobody is safe. Not Steve Harvey, not Meek Mill, not Usher, Jay-Z or LeBron, not J-Lo, Ellen, or even Bieber. It's a house of cards, and it's already falling.